no one expected him to do this on live TV. When the stage lights hit and Jennifer Hudson prepared to deliver yet another show-stopping performance, no one in the audience had any clue what was about to unfold. But just as the music started rising, something shifted. A figure entered from the side, not announced, not teased, not expected, and it was Jamal Roberts. Known for his velvety voice and soulful performances, Jamal had made headlines before, but never like this. The energy in the room snapped as he didn't walk onto the stage, he danced onto it. Effortlessly, confidently, and completely in sync with the booming sound of Hudson's powerful voice. This wasn't just a cameo, this was a surprise performance that flipped the entire room upside down. Audiences went from politely seated to on their feet, phones in hand, eyes locked on Jamal's every move. The moment he hit center stage, the air felt electric, like something massive was about to erupt. And erupt it did. What followed was a performance that nobody could have seen coming, and everybody would talk about for days. Jamal's dance shocked fans in the best way possible. Jamal Roberts is no stranger to applause, but this time the cheers came for a different reason. He wasn't behind a mic, he was commanding the floor with moves that looked like a fusion of contemporary storytelling and gospel soul. Every step he took had a rhythm, but also a purpose. His arms moved like a sermon. His feet told stories of triumph, heartbreak, joy, and resilience. He wasn't just dancing, he was preaching through movement. And the audience felt it. You could hear gasps between beats, feel the tension rise with every spin, and see jaws drop as Jamal hit every mark with stunning precision. It was bold, raw, and above all, authentic. This wasn't choreography for show, it was passion bottled up and finally unleashed. And Jennifer Hudson? She stood to the side with a grin, clearly impressed, clapping and vibing in perfect sync. The chemistry was unmistakable, the vibe unstoppable, and the moment unforgettable. Hudson's reaction said it all. Even she was stunned. Jennifer Hudson has shared the stage with music legends, powerhouse vocalists, and seasoned performers, but nothing quite like this. As Jamal danced beside her, eyes locked and steps sharp, Hudson broke character. Her expression turned from show mode to pure admiration. She beamed, she giggled, and when Jamal hit a particularly intense sequence, she literally threw her hands up and let out a scream. One of those joyful, can't believe this is happening kind of reactions. Then, in a moment fans will replay forever, Hudson joined in. Just a few small steps, a sway, and a laugh, but it was real, it was unscripted, and it was perfect. The audience exploded. The band picked up tempo, Jamal and Jennifer created a ripple in real time, one that broke through the camera lens and hit every viewer right in the heart. This wasn't a planned duet, it was an organic explosion of talent, unity, and mutual respect, and it worked better than any rehearsal ever could. Social media went crazy within minutes. As soon as the segment aired, phones lit up across the country. Clips of Jamal dancing alongside Jennifer flooded social media. X, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Hashtags like hashtag Jamal Roberts, JHud Surprise, and hashtag Total Performer shot into trending topics within the hour. Fans couldn't believe what they saw. "I thought he was just a singer," one tweet read. "He's a whole experience," another said. Even celebrities chimed in, calling the moment a cultural reset, Oscar-worthy, and the start of a new era for live TV. Memes popped up, edits were made, and fan pages exploded with comments praising Jamal's versatility. But the real buzz? Rumors. That maybe, just maybe, this surprise wasn't so random after all. That a joint project could be in the works. Maybe a tour, maybe a musical. Theories spread like wildfire, and Jamal's name kept climbing higher and higher on search trends. He didn't just trend, he took over. Up until this point, Jamal Roberts had already built a name for himself as one of the most moving vocalists of his generation, but this performance shifted everything. He wasn't just a singer anymore, he was a full-fledged entertainer, dynamic, surprising, and multidimensional. The kind of artist who doesn't stay in one lane but builds the whole road. This wasn't a fluke, it was the next chapter. His dance wasn't just good, it was professional level. Critics compared his control and emotion to the likes of Usher, Chris Brown, and even early Michael Jackson. The power in his movement echoed with a message: I'm not here to play small. His timing, his delivery, his connection to the audience, it all felt polished yet raw. A paradox only great performers can pull off. And for the first time, people began to say something different about Jamal. Not he's a great singer, but he's a complete performer. That distinction matters. One of the most powerful elements of the performance was how deeply rooted it was in spiritual expression. Jamal didn't just move, he ministered. The dance wasn't random. It was clearly influenced by gospel traditions, church praise dance, and emotional storytelling you'd expect from someone raised in Sunday services. But at the same time, he weaved in slick, modern elements, spins, glides, isolations that gave the whole routine a freshness you don't often see on live TV. This contrast made it all the more unforgettable. Jamal managed to blend old soul with new energy, giving both the aunties and the Gen Z watchers something to scream about. And it worked. This wasn't cheesy, it wasn't overdone, it was carefully balanced. The result? A performance that felt like a spiritual revival disguised as a dance break. And in a world where authenticity is rare, Jamal stood out by simply being himself. No gimmicks, no backup dancers, just raw passion. Let's talk about the crowd, because they didn't just watch, they lived it. From the second Jamal hit the floor, the vibe shifted from passive observation to active participation. People stood, they clapped, they shouted, some danced, others cried. You could see people looking at each other with that face. Are you seeing this right now? Energy built with each beat, rising like a wave, until the entire studio felt like a celebration, not just of talent, but of joy. It's rare to see a live audience completely give in like that, but Jamal earned it. He didn't just entertain, he moved the room, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually. You could feel the energy through the screen. And once it was over, the crowd erupted in the kind of standing ovation that doesn't come out of obligation, but genuine awe. In an entertainment world often flooded with overproduced, soulless acts, Jamal's performance reminded everyone what live TV can be. It wasn't just a segment, it was a reminder of why we watch performances in the first place, to feel something. This wasn't a viral gimmick, it was a showcase of artistry, of risk, of freedom. It mattered because it broke the formula. It mattered because it was real. And at a time when many artists rely on flashy gimmicks or auto-tune, Jamal reminded the world that sometimes raw talent still wins. His combination of authenticity and skill cut through the noise. It made people stop scrolling, and in doing so, it reignited the conversation about what a real performer looks like in 2025. After the show ended, the internet didn't just praise Jamal, they started begging for more. The most common comment? We need a tour now. Fans are already theorizing that this wasn't a one-time thing, that Hudson and Roberts may be testing the waters for a bigger collaboration, maybe a joint tour, a musical, or even a TV special. And honestly, the chemistry is too good to ignore. Hudson's powerhouse vocals and Jamal's electric stage presence could fill arenas. With both artists known for blending soul, gospel, and modern vibes, the duo could bring something entirely new to the scene. Something spiritual, cinematic, and completely unforgettable. No confirmation has been made, but if they were testing the crowd's reaction, they got their answer loud and clear. When all was said and done, Jamal Roberts didn't just show up on a talk show, he shifted the conversation. One appearance, one surprise, one dance, and everything changed. He broke expectations, reintroduced himself to the world, and reminded us that artistry is about risk, about showing layers no one expects, about evolution. In a few short minutes, he elevated his brand, expanded his fan base, and left a permanent mark on live TV history. Whatever Jamal Roberts does next, one thing's for sure, he's no longer just a singer, he's a movement. And if this was just the beginning, the world better get ready for what's next.